If you are interested in stories with happy endings, you would be better off playing some other game. In this game, not only is there no happy ending, there is no happy beginning, and very few happy things in the middle. This is because not very many happy things happened in the lives of the 3 Baudelaire children. Let's meet them, shall we? Klaus Baudelaire loved books. Nothing pleased him more than spending an afternoon filling up his head with their contents. And everything he read, he remembered. Klaus's older sister Violet was one of the world's greatest 14-year-old inventors. Anyone who knew Violet well could tell she was thinking very hard when her long hair was tied up in a ribbon to keep it out of her eyes. And Sunny, the youngest Baudelaire, liked to bite things with her 4 very sharp teeth. There was very little that Sunny did not enjoy biting.
I must open this crate. It wouldn't be closed if there wasn't something interesting in it.
Klaus needs assistance. Perhaps I can invent something to help him out.
Really, wow!
That fork. That Jack-in-the-Box. That boot. I have an idea, but I need those objects to make it work. First, I need to get the fork.
Well done, Violet. For my contribution, I'll go across the pier to retrieve the old boot. I got the boot. What now, Violet?
We need to get that Jack-in-the-Box down. Sunny, I'm gonna need your assistance.
Dude.
That's great, Sunny. Now I have everything I need. Now if I attach this to here and hook this up to this, presto. I think I'll call it a smasher.
The way to use inventions like this smasher is somewhat similar to picking things up. Target the smashable item by holding down the left mouse button, then release the button to break the item into little bits.
Those crates won't know what hit them.
Ow! Be careful, those crabs can hurt you. Maybe there's something in one of these crates to cheer you up.
In this game is inversely proportional to the number of lockets you can collect. The term inversely proportional here means that the more lockets you come across, the lower your misery.
What is that?
It looks like the letter A.
The Baudelaires were about to discover that there are many mysterious letters in the world, some of them good, some of them not good at all. In this case, the letters are good. You may pick them up and collect them.
Those crabs have stolen our picnic basket and carried it up that hill.
What I know?
We can use the rotten eggs to scare them away. But I don't think either of us can throw them with enough force. We'll need something to lob them with. I'll need a handle, a scoop, a gear, and one last piece to attach everything together.
To save your game, run up to the game saver.
Violet, does this toy boat look like it will work for your invention?
Yes. I'll check around inside for a scoop.
Sunny, bite that rope.
This ice cream scoop is perfect. Now I just need some sort of gear and a handle.
Could you use any of the parts off that old tricycle?
Only if I can get Sunny's help to bite the pieces into shape.
Groova.
Top-notch biting, Sunny. I'll call this one the lobber. Those rotten eggs should work perfectly with it.
To use the lobber, target the crabs with the left mouse button, then release it.
We'll always have enough rotten eggs to use in the lobber.
No sooner had the children vanquished the crabs than they saw Mr. Poe walking towards them.
Mr. Poe? From the bank?
Children, I'm afraid I must inform you of an extremely unfortunate event. Your parents have perished in a fire that destroyed your entire home. I know you must feel awful right now, but I have some very good news for you. As the executor of your parents' estate, I've made arrangements for you to live with your dear Uncle Count Olaf. Consider yourselves lucky, children. He's an actor by trade. Generosity is rare in his profession.
I would like to tell you that Count Olaf lived in the prettiest house on the block, with a workshop for Violet, spacious library for Klaus, and a white picket fence for Sonny to nibble on. And it would give me great pleasure to inform you that the children went on to live happy lives under the care of their beloved uncle in this cozy and inviting home. Unfortunately, I cannot. This lovely home belongs to Justice Strauss, Count Olaf's friendly next-door neighbor. This is the house of Count Olaf, and this is where it pains me to continue our story.
My dear children, I am your beloved Count Olaf, and my heart, much like my home, is wide open to you, especially the kitchen. My theater troupe will be dining here this evening, and you will have dinner ready precisely when we feel like eating it. Money, money, money. Tons of new fancy clothes for me.
None of us know how to cook.
We'll need a recipe.
Maybe we could ask our new neighbor, Justice Strauss, if she has a cookbook we could borrow. As a judge, she must have a huge library.
That's a great idea. Let's go next door and ask her.
We need to find our way out, but this door's locked.
I have an idea. But I'll need some wire, a flat disc, and some sort of turn crank.
Awesome, Chica.
Ah! Rats!
The lobber eggs should stun them so we can get past.
Hey, what are you doing sneaking around? Get out of here! Give a man some privacy.
Let's keep our distance. He doesn't seem very friendly.
But I could use that record for my invention.
When dealing with a villain like this, you must stun them with the item shown up in the right-hand corner. When the hench person is stunned, you can bop them with the smasher.
Oh, that's stealthy.
Good thinking, Sonny.
I thought I told you kids to get out of here.
Speedy?
Yeah, the wall behind that painting looks odd. I wonder if Olaf's hidden something there. Oh, that's odd. But interesting. I should pick it up. It could prove to be useful later.
For every 10 eyes you collect, you will receive a playbill for one of Olaf's theater productions.
Sonny, I have a feeling there's something in there that I can use for my invention. Voila! The lockpick is complete.
To use the lockpick, target the locked door or item with the left mouse button, then release the button to unlock.
A secret closet.
Fascinating. There's a small hole in here. Sonny, you're the only one who can fit inside. We need you to crawl through and look for another way around. Be careful. Great job, Sonny. I knew you could do it.
Kiki!
What are those things?
Suborder Nematocera. It's really an adult fly, but is often referred to as a giant mosquito. I've seen pictures, but they don't look that big in the book.
Uh-oh, someone's coming. Hide.
Count Olaf and I are running away to Zanzibar together. He told me not to tell you, but it's true.
Wrong! He's sending you by yourself so he and I can be together.
Kiki!
It must have been those women. That gives me an idea. We'll need a pump, something cone-shaped, and their eau de toilette.
Eau de toilette?
Eau de toilette is a term that is supposed to mean perfume, but in this instance it means something closer to how it sounds.
Yes, excuse me. Yeah, that's a lovely fragrance you're wearing there. What do you call it?
Well, why don't you come over here for a better whiff?
A perfect cone shape. Exactly what Violet was looking for.
If that goes there, and I spin this around... Presto! Bug sprayer.
Hold the left mouse button to target with the bug sprayer and release it to spray the eau de toilette.
Don't get distracted, Klaus. I know you could spend all day reading in here if we didn't have a job to do.
Oh, right. Let's use the card catalog.
Good thinking.
I think I know where the cookbook we need is located, but it's in another part of the library. I'm almost positive it's behind this door. It's locked, but I bet that lever would open the door, but it's out of reach.
I've got an idea. I bet Justice Strauss would have a judge's gavel and some scales. I could also use a spring and something long and rope-like. One lever anchor, made to order.
All you have to do is hold the left mouse button down to target the lever, then release the button to pull the lever.
Violet? Sunny?
Get in there! And leave that projector alone, it's not a toy.
Hey! Unhook! Just let go of my sisters.
You! Count Olaf will be very angry when he hears you've been sneaking off. What's that book you stole? Hand it over.
But we needed to...
Don't ask a second time. I take.
You can use the bracket keys to scroll through your projectiles.
I'm stuck!
Klaus!
Are either of you hurt?
Just our pride. Thanks for rescuing us.
You'd do the same. I have the cookbook. We better start making dinner. Here's one. Pasta puttanesca. It looks easy enough to make.
What are the ingredients?
We need onions, garlic, tomatoes, anchovies, a bottle of capers, a jar of olives, and a whole lot of pasta. I'll go check the greenhouse for tomatoes. You and Sunny search around here for the rest of the ingredients.
When you get them, bring them back here so Sunny can start shopping.
Get confused.
Sunny, can you check the pantry? There might be something we need in there. We should be able to find some ingredients in the cellar. Mind having a look, Sunny? But no tasting. We need to cook it.
Have a slap.
I thought I told you to make us dinner.
Now I need a way to carry the water. Maybe there's a watering can around here somewhere. That's everything.
Great, let's get started. Sunny, can opener.
Honestly, I don't see how you find the strength to deal with those monstrous orphans.
The orphans are a burden, which my generosity compels me to tolerate.
Dinner is served.
About time.
It's pasta. Pasta puttanesca?
Where's the roast beef?
Roast beef?
When a group of international actors pauses for nourishment, they expect and deserve better than a pile of mushy chum. They expect and deserve roast beef.
But you didn't tell us you wanted roast beef.
You, Skelpie! Skelpie Skelperton! You, fetch the car.
Count Olaf took the children on what he said would be a pleasant Sunday drive. Pleasant is a word which here means trapped in front of an oncoming train.
We gotta do something, Klaus. There's no way that train can stop in time.
I once read a book about railroad operation. We need to be able to pull those switches.
We might make it after all. You're on the right track, Klaus. You did it, Klaus.
Oh, what a tragic accident. Those poor orphans. Their enormous fortune will be but a mild consolation in my... What? You're alive?
What's going on here? My goodness, Count Olaf, how could you? Sonny is far too young to be driving an automobile. It's simply not good parenting. You are quite obviously an unfit guardian for these children. I am removing them from your care. I shall have to locate their next closest relative, which will be a great inconvenience as I am a very busy man. Now come along, children.
Dear Mr. Poe, might I have one last word with them before they're taken away from me?
I suppose so, but make it quick.
Goodbye, orphans. Boy, oh boy, it sure was fun.
I'll be back again. You can count on it when you least expect it. I'm a master of disguise. I can become anyone. I can follow you anywhere. And I'll get my hands on your fortune if it's the last darn thing I do!
The Baudelaire children were introduced to their new guardian, the world-famous herpetologist, Dr. Montgomery Montgomery.
You can call me Uncle Monty.
Dr. Montgomery had a collection of rare and astonishing reptiles that he'd collected in his many travels around the world. His most prized acquisition was called the incredibly deadly viper. The name is a misnomer, a word which here means a very wrong name.
The incredibly deadly viper is not deadly at all. It is, in fact, extremely playful and friendly.
Dr. Montgomery told the children about his upcoming trip to Peru and made them all very happy by inviting them to come along.
Now I must go into town to get supplies for our trip, and I have an errand for you three as well. Please go to the horseradish factory to pick up some crates of horseradish. Peruvians love horseradish on their toasted avocado sandwiches, and I'm going to use it to barter with them.
Hello there! I am a pleasant and inviting employee of this charmingly dilapidated factory. Would you like to know more about whatever it is we do here?
You're not fooling anyone with that disguise. You're one of Count Olaf's actors and you're up to something.
Well, aren't you perceptive? I was gonna give you a tour, but I guess I'll have to trap you here until Count Olaf arrives.
I think that was our cue to get out of here.
The only way out is through the factory. Follow me.
Oh no, them again! And they're throwing horseradish. I think it's best to avoid it.
Or throw it back at them. We can use our lobber to get some good distance with it. We just need to pick up those globs.
Great idea, Klaus.
There's a door up there that looks like the way out, but I'm not sure how to get to it. You and Sunny wait here while I find a way up. I'm at the top. Get in the lift when I send it down.
Will do.
Yo!
Our path is blocked. How will we get through?
Sunny, if you can bite through the rope holding that hook back, it should swing down and smash the barrier.
Mazu.
World-class biting, Sunny.
Oopa Troopa.
Come on, Violet. no lagging.
Oh no! I'll have to use the conveyor belt to get across. Meet me on the other side.
Hurry up, Violet.
Oh no! How will I get up there now? You wait here with Sunny. I'll make sure these platforms are safe. Klaus! Sunny, what happened?
Looks like we've been captured.
Hang on! I'll find out where that thing is taking you.
Well, look who dropped in. It's the orphans. Count Olaf will be so pleased to hear that they fell into my trap.
What are you talking about? This is my trap. I thought it up.
But I built it.
Oh, never mind. Into the horseradish with them.
Don't panic. I'll save you.
Okay, but don't be offended if we panic just a little bit. That was a close one.
Clean up golf.
Quick, let's get back to Uncle Monty's and warn him about Count Olaf.
Uncle Montgomery, where are you?
Oh no! All the snakes have gotten loose.
Hello, children. I am Stefano, Dr. Montgomery's Italian assistant. Boy, this place sure is a mess. Look at all these snakes slithering around.
We know it's you, Count Olaf, and we know you did this. We're telling Uncle Monty as soon as he gets back.
Well, I think you ought to be considering your hypothesis with extra carefulness. When one jumps to conclusions and speaks without thinking, who knows what can happen?
Well, at least we're rid of him. But what'll we do about all these roaming reptiles?
Sabi?
I've got an idea. I'll need a large hoop, some burlap, a long pole with a handle, and a basket.
Let's split up. You check downstairs. I'll look up here for things we can use in your invention.
There, it's finished.
What is it?
It's a reptile retriever. Aim it at the reptiles to grab them.
Grab?
Catch 6 reptiles, but the bag can only hold 3 reptiles at a time. Put the reptiles into these baskets when the bag is full.
To empty the reptile retriever, click on the basket with your left mouse button.
Nice job, Klaus. Let's take it outside and capture the rest of the reptiles before Uncle Monty gets back. There should be 24 reptiles on the loose out here. This gate's rusted shut. I'll need some oil to get it open.
If we loaded some bees into the sprayer, they could give quite a sting.
Just think of the buzz it would cause.
Sorry, they'll stop now.
That's the last one. Looks like we'll need to head down into that tunnel to get it. That takes care of all the reptiles. Let's see if Uncle Monty's back yet.
Not so fast. Where do you think you're going?
It deeply saddens me to inform you that while the Baudelaire children were attending to the escaped reptiles and the bald man, Count Olaf was attending to Uncle Monty, which in this case means ending his life.
Well, thank you for coming so fast, Mr. Pope. The incredibly deadly viper bit him quite effectively, poisoning him all to heck.
The Baudelaire children knew right away that the incredibly deadly viper could never have done such a thing. They knew that the incredibly deadly viper is one of the least deadly and most friendly creatures in the animal kingdom. But how could they prove it?
Such a good character.
Unbelievable! What you said about the snake is true. That means Mr. Stefano must be... Where'd he go? Cheer up, children. I have excellent news. I found a new guardian to take care of you. Gather all your things and come along when you're ready.
And so the children met their new guardian, Aunt Josephine, who lived in a very old and creaky house, perilously perched on the edge of a cliff that looked out over the huge inky blob of Lake Lachrymose. One might think that she was very brave to live in a house like hers, but this is not true. Aunt Josephine was terrified of just about everything you can think to be afraid of, and quite a few things you would never think to be afraid of. The children, on the other hand, were only afraid of one thing. They were afraid of Count Olaf, who had disguised himself as a sailor named Captain Sham and worked his charm on Aunt Josephine, despite their protests.
Children, go to town and gather the supplies for the hurricane, would you? Here's a list of everything we'll need. I have to go. There may be realtors lurking about. Oh, I've invited that lovely gentleman, Captain Sham, over for dinner. So be quick about it.
Let's see. The list says we need to get limes, cucumbers, and blankets. Uh-oh. Looks like we're stuck.
See if you can find another way out. I'll go watch for Olaf.
A crab!
No sign of so-called Captain Sham. Did you find anything in the store?
We found some limes.
You two stay here and look out for Olaf and his henchmen. I'll go see what I can find.
There's the bald man.
Another one of you ragamuffins, huh?
So much for him.
We've got everything Aunt Josephine asked for. Now we can get back to her house and out of this rain.
The Baudelaire children returned from town to find Aunt Josephine's house disturbingly quiet, except for all the rattling and howling caused by the intense storm outside.
Where could Aunt Josephine be?
That hole in the window pane is shaped just like her.
And here's a note. It's full of misspellings and bad grammar.
Aunt Josephine is so meticulous about spelling and grammar. I don't think she would have made so many mistakes by accident.
It's a code. She's trying to tell us something. But to decipher it, I'll need some of her grammar books. I'll need the correct spelling of every English word that ever existed, a handbook for advanced apostrophe use, and basic rules of grammar and punctuation.
That vent looks like it leads to the kitchen. Sonny, you're the only one who can fit inside. Go to the kitchen and see if you can find a book on grammar. Rah! Nice job, Sonny. I knew you could do it. Can you decipher the note, Klaus?
Curdle Cave! She's in Curdle Cave! Now we just have to find out where it is. And for that we'll need a good map.
I'll wait here with Sonny. You go find a map.
I found the map!
Klaus, hurry up! The house is about to collapse into the lake!
I need to get out of here fast! Lake Lachrymose. We can get a boat in town. Come on. We're in the Curdled Cave. That trail of banana peels can only mean one thing.
Gulba?
No, but that would have been my second guess. What it really means is Aunt Josephine has passed this way.
That must be Aunt Josephine. Let's hurry.
We need to find a way to cross the leech pool without getting near the leeches.
Let's see. How to get across. I know, stilts. I'll need a few things.
Oh!
It feels weird to be this tall.
Let's just hope it's tall enough.
Well, here I go. I just hope they don't like wood. Klaus, you stay here with Sunny.
We better get across quickly, just in case.
You can all get across now. It's safe. Sunny, looks like you're the only one who can fit through here. See if you can open this door for us.
Chubaba! Biba! Snakadu!
Violet, see if you can find a safe passage for Sunny and me.
I need to pick up my pace to get across the leech pools. Look! There's Aunt Josephine!
Yoo-hoo, children! Watch out for the deep ravine!
Hold on, Aunt Josephine. I'm on my way.
Children, you did it! You've deciphered the clues in my note.
Thank goodness. Are you ready to go back?
Go back? Oh, no. I'm not going back.
Aunt Josephine, you've got to come back with us. You willed us to Captain Shem. You're the only proof we have.
You know, Aunt Josephine, Curdled Cave is for sale.
So?
That means that before too long, people will come to look at it. And some of those people will be realtors.
Oh dear. All right, I'll leave.
As so often happens, the Baudelaire children's grief-ridden lives were interrupted by Count Olaf. And as so often happens, Count Olaf did something of such unspeakable cruelty that I must refuse to even speak about it.
Aunt Josephine!
Suffice it to say, Aunt Josephine was no more.
Aunt Josephine!
Children! Is that you? Count Olaf! What are you doing here?
I had to come when I heard the children were in danger. Unfit guardian though I might be.
It appears I was wrong about you. You've proven yourself to be an exceptionally capable guardian, and I would be remiss in my duties if I did not put them back in your care. And I know your motives are unselfish, since the law clearly states their fortune can go only to blood relatives and spouses.
Really? My good man, I believe you've given me an idea.
I shall celebrate the children's safe return with a debut performance of my new play. It's called
The Marvelous Marriage.
The children soon discovered that Count Olaf planned to gain control of their fortune by marrying Violet.
Dear Violet, I must ask you something. I can't find the right words, so I'll just say it. Will you marry me? You will? Splendid.
What are you talking about? I'd never do something like that.
You poor thing. You're not thinking straight. I understand how much stress you're under, what with your sister hanging precariously from the top of a nearby tower.
Sonny!
Dreadful situation, isn't it? Now, will you accept my proposal?
Fine. I'll marry you. I have no choice.
Wonderful! You've made me a very happy man. Come, darling. Our public awaits.
It's up to me to stop this travesty. What would Violet do? I think I have an idea for an invention. If I had some kind of hook, rope, and a bunch of rings, I could make a grappling hook. And there it is, one grappling hook. To operate it, I need to aim it at one of those theatrical masks and then release. Sonny!
You won't get in Count Olaf's way again. Ever.
Oh no! The wedding's over! We're too late!
We are married. Here's the license, and there's nothing that any of you can do about it now!
If I remember correctly, a marriage license that has been signed but not registered is invalid. And a burned license can't be registered.
No.
Ow!
I'll have you and your sisters for that one. I mean, we'll all have a big slice of wedding cake to celebrate this most joyous occasion.
Sonny! Klaus!
Violet, you did it!
Lose Vilat!
Count Olaf was gonna kill Sonny if I didn't go through with the marriage.
You cad! You greedy monster!
I'm thrilled to say that Count Olaf was captured, that he was imprisoned and found guilty by the court for crimes too numerous to mention, and that before serving his life sentence, it was the judge's decree that Olaf be made to suffer every hardship that he forced upon the children.
Help!
I'm thrilled to say all this, but alas, it is not the truth. As I warned you at the very start, the video game you were playing does not have a happy ending.
You think you've won? You think it's over? He's getting away! There are many more of us, little orphan. Many more than there are of you. And this world is a far more frightening place than you could ever imagine. And you're just 3 little children, all alone in it. No, wait. Hold on. That's the one!
Don't worry, children. I'm sure the authorities will catch Count Olaf soon. You won't ever have to deal with that terrible man again.
Yeah, right.
At times, the world can seem an unfriendly and sinister place. But believe us when we say that there is much more good in it than bad. And what might seem to be a series of unfortunate events may, in fact, be the first steps of a journey.